Okay, y'all, that all out, man. Episode 15. Yeah, this episode resided pretty much around one of their teammates, dude named Natsuki. And this dude had them eco horns on his head. So, but anyways, Mitsumi and Buki, they both kind of were wondering about and helped him out in the situation. But what was happening here is that he has this brother, okay, and their mom and dad passed away. What was it, 6 years ago, or something like that. And he has an older brother that's like, I guess, what was like 10 years older than him or something like that. And when we first see them interact, it seemed like a very kind of overwhelming, kind of abusive kind of a relationship. It was like, okay, he's calling him an idiot. He's like, what are you doing? Kind of nudging him and kind of like popping him, saying stuff like that. Just kind of talking down on him the whole time. And Natsuki was kind of taking it. And we first seen this when Sumi went there to pretty much kind of help talk to his brother about going to this training camp and stuff. And that's why Natsuki was acting the way that he was acting at practice previously, earlier that day, because he was just like, I think I'm gonna have to quit or I won't be able to go, because my brother doesn't want me to go. And his brother wants him to go to work. He pretty much kind of helped him get through, school and all these different things. And, he's taking care of his younger brother. And it's a responsibility. We find out later that it's a responsibility that he willingly, okay, he willingly took this responsibility. He was supposed to go ahead and stay with a uncle that they kind of know somewhat and everything, and I'm pretty sure he would have turned out fine there and stuff, but he didn't want that. He wanted him to stay with him. He wanted him to be directly with his immediate family member. He wanted his younger brother to be with him, and that's cool. That's awesome gesture, and we even seen him be very comforting to him. I mean, he was sleeping. He went ahead and put a blanket over him and stuff. He was sad. You know what I'm saying? Like his brother's a nice guy. I mean, for for his niceness level, I mean, his brother's a nice guy. He's not a bad dude. It's just that if you have the life experience like he has, where it's like everything is on his shoulders. He has to pay all the bills. He's constantly going to work. If anybody has ever been to work before for a long period of time, hardly anybody can really stand their job. You know what I'm saying? You grow to hate your job. I mean, like, it just is what it is. So he's going to work. He's paying all the bills. He's taking care of his brother and himself. So that means that he's supporting them as far as school, lunch, everything from food to clothing to just everything. And also, it's just the overall stress of going through things from day to day, month to month, year to year, and all this stuff kind of it does pile on you emotionally. It does. And he's gotten to the point where he's at this stage where it's like he's looking at his brother and he doesn't see him that he's doing much, and he's not contributing to where he's living in or anything. It's like he's like, hey, you should be going to work. You know what I'm saying? You should be working after school and stuff like that. You shouldn't be getting these clubs. You shouldn't be, playing with your friends and all this stuff like that. You should be going to work. And like I said, I understand where he's coming from, so from an extent, because of all the things I just said. But at the same time, he's a young kid still. He should be he should still be able to have fun while he's still in school and stuff, and still be able to. I mean, let's see how far this rugby can take him. I mean, if he really enjoys it, he should have that opportunity to go ahead and do that. Especially since you are the one that willingly took on the role of being his guardian, to being the one to take care of him, and but at the same time, like I said, I mean, him him working would alleviate a lot of stress off of his brother, because that means that he would have some other money coming in to the household, so that he can have more money for himself to do necessarily things that he probably wants to do, wherever the case may be. I mean, look how they're eating. He was like, "Oh, I'm hungry. Go get us some food." Obviously, a lot of the stuff that they eat is stuff that they can just buy really quick. They're probably not really having any type of really homemade meals or nothing like that. Everything seems very instant. Even when we went in there the first time, when Mitsumi went in there, it was like there was fucking ramen noodle containers on the floor and stuff like that. So you get kind of a gist of what's going on with that. But eventually, Ibuki catches up with him, and and he kind of reads the situation. He understands what's going on, even though he's not really even told. And the I guess the training camp lasts a week, and he's like, "Look, take this money. This gives him 100,000 yen. He said like this should be enough for a week's worth of work. Take it, throw it in your brother's face, and say, hey, look, I'm going. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't quit playing rugby. You're going to the camp. Let's go. And he kind of made Natsuki feel a lot better about the situation himself and stuff. And I think the fact that his brother kind of seen um, had that kind of little flashback that he had when he was away from the house is going to make him kind of a little bit more understanding and about the situation and stuff. And he's ultimately going to allow him to go. I don't think he really. I don't think that rationally, with him being very level-headed, that he wants to take that away from his little brother. You know, it's just that he was in a bad place. It, and everybody gets there at some time, one time in their lives. So you can't really kind of put that on somebody at all times, because he's shown that he's a good dude. But but yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, and we saw that I guess Ruki he was pretty much at home all the time. When he was younger, and his mom or his parents always left him more money than he could fucking use to eat and stuff like that, and he was just lonely watching TV and sit by himself and everything. So that's crazy. So he pretty much had this money kind of saved up, and he probably most likely even has more. You know, um, so yeah, I guess that's pretty much it, man. I guess let me know what you thought about the episode in the comments section, guys, and I will holler at y'all later. Don't forget to rate. Peace out. What's poppin', my dudes? Make sure that you become a part of the Central Network. Subscribe to Anime Central 1 and Anime Central 2. Become a part of the gaming Twitch live streams on Play Central, and also become a part of React Central. And if you want me to react to a video on React Central that you like, make sure you fill out the React Central request form. You can find a link to that in the description, as well as a link to all the entire Central Network, from Play Central to Anime Central 1 and 2, as well as my Patreon. Alright guys, I'll see you guys later.